welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. How's it going? How you doing? This isn't the only podcast where that happens. I don't know why I said this is the podcast. This is a podcast where I look into the camera and I talk to myself. Did I need to make that specific of a correction? Absolutely not, but that's the kind of neurosis I go through sometimes. Anyway, how you doing? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. I'm doing pretty good. Just had Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving just happened, and it was pretty okay. It was a nice time. I like the fact that it's only my immediate family. I like the fact that it's just my brothers, my grandma, and my parents, and that's it. Because I got a big family, and sometimes you don't want to see 17 different almost strangers when you're trying to eat stuffing, you know? Sometimes when you're looking forward to a meal that you only get once a year, you don't want to see 17 faces that are asking you, how's life going? I just want to eat, you know? I'm there. I like food a lot, and I want to eat that food, and I don't want to discuss with other people jobs we don't give a fuck about. Yeah, you know that song, Everybody's Working for the Weekend? I was listening to that song recently. I heard it on the radio or during a movie or something. I heard it recently, and I was like, damn, dude, how depressing of a song is that? Like, how depressing of a world do we live in that a song like that exists? Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody's looking for some fun. Is that how it goes? I don't know the second line. I just know the working for the weekend, and then in my brain it's looking for some fun. Don't know if that's the right line, but that's what comes after it in my brain. And the fact that that is a song that came out and was a hit because so many people related to it is depressing as fuck. Basically, that song is saying everybody hates their fucking jobs. Bow, down, no. Nobody is living a happy life. Down, no, no. Everybody wants to kill themselves. Bone, don't. But Friday's here, so let's forget. Right? I hope I didn't do this like two fucking episodes ago. But that's how that song feels to me. It feels like, oh shit, dude. Nobody likes what they're doing. Except for the person singing that song. The person singing that song is the only one who's like, fuck yeah, dude, I did it. Fuck you guys. Here's a little taste. Here's something to make you guys feel a little bit better or fall deeper into a depression about your life. Anyway, I had my dreams come true because I'm making this song you're jamming out to. Fuck you, dude. And there's the section of people who are just like jamming to it blindly. Oh, yeah. Oh, the weekend. I love the weekend. The fucking 25% of people who don't have an inner monologue. My brother told me this last night at Thanksgiving. Is this true? He told me that they did a study and researchers found that 25% of human beings do not have an inner monologue. How the fuck is that possible? And if that is, and my brother said it like, can you believe that these idiots don't have an inner monologue? But I was thinking about it like, I'm fucking jealous of these dickheads with no monologue. I'm jealous of these fucking nerds with no monologue in their head. I wish I didn't have an inner monologue. I wish I didn't, okay? Because then I wouldn't be doing this. My inner monologue is just me. This podcast is just me saying my inner monologue out loud. All right? And I only do this because there's so much bullshit happening inside of here that I need to fucking get it out somewhere. You know? I wish, dude. I wish I was in social settings and was just like, I'm going to say this. I wish I didn't have any thought in my brain of like, don't say that, maybe say this. I wish I didn't think of 5 separate things I could do and then pick one of them and then choose to do that, but then pull back at the right moment if I need. I wish I just was like, hey, I'm doing this now. That would be fun. That'd be a simpler life. Okay? I'd believe in God. I'd have a family. It'd be tight. Anyway, I'd wear a turtleneck, you know? No, dude, people, I don't know, maybe not. Do you think that people who wear turtlenecks have inner monologues? Some of them do, right? Some of them do, and then some of them don't at all. I think the two types of people who wear turtlenecks are fucking ragingly pretentious people, and then people who are just like, oh, I'll wear this. And you could tell pretty quick if it's just a nice, dumb dude who's like, fuck it, I'll wear a turtle. Yeah, it looks good, right? And you could tell when it's somebody who's like, how are you doing? Oh, yes, my company just merged with... We just settled a major deal with... We just actually gained all of the clients of the not so, but maybe well-known company called... Right? If you're playing Mr. Gucci, if you're Adam Driver playing Mr. Gucci in House of Gucci, you wear a turtleneck because the wardrobe people told you to wear it because Ridley Scott thought it was a good idea. But if you're just going to Thanksgiving, don't put on a turtleneck, you know? If you're just going out to a bar, don't put on a turtleneck, you know? Because what are you doing? You know what it is? Every time someone wears a turtleneck and I see them, I'm just thinking to myself, who do you think you are? And not like me being like, who do you think you are? Me being like, who are you trying to be? Like, who are you? Because I also know people who've put on turtlenecks and they're not turtleneck people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not as pretentious and shitty as a turtleneck automatically is. So when they put on the turtleneck, people think that they can bring down a turtleneck. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, cool people think that they can wear a turtleneck and make it less fuckfacery. But you can't. You just become the fuckface. You meet the turtleneck at the high, shitty, pretentious level it's already at. You don't get to bring it down. No one's making a turtleneck casual, okay? If you have a turtleneck on... You belong in a ski club in House of Gucci. That's what you belong at. You belong in a ski club where Gucci is going to cheat on Lady Gaga with a woman with a nose that you can't tell if it's prosthetics or not. That's where you are. That's who you are. That's where you are. That's where you live. And if you haven't seen House of Gucci yet, like you're going to fucking... Most people aren't going to see that fucking movie. You may not know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. If someone's wearing a turtleneck, you go, why aren't you at a ski resort right now? You know? Why are you not in Vermont right now? Why are you here with me in Brooklyn? Go buy a pair of skis, not a snowboard. You don't snowboard with the fucking turtleneck. That's insane. Go buy a pair of skis and shred the black diamond, dude. Go shred up the black diamond course, okay? You shouldn't be here with me drinking an Allagash White. What are you doing, dude? There's a pool table next to us. I never seen someone I can't even speak the English language, dude. That was nice. I never seen anyone I'm so upset about turtlenecks that my fucking throat and tongue are not... They're failing me. I've never seen someone pull off a turtleneck, man. Thank God. No one in my family wears them. Thank God, dude. If they did, I would kill them. Oh, shit. Dude, my grandma fucking... My grandma was at Thanksgiving last night, which was chill, but she broke her wrist, dude. What the fuck? I see my grandma, my mom's like, she broke her wrist. I was like, really? Or she broke her arm? She broke her wrist. She broke her hand and wrist. I don't know. She broke her wrist, right? And my mom goes, yes, she fell off balance and fell on the ground. And I looked and I was like, oh shit, she's got a cast on. But then later in the night, I realized that her hand was all black and blued. Like viciously, violently black and blued. To the point where it was disturbing to see. And I already see my grandma and I'm like, damn, dude, you're not wearing your bottom teeth? Your tongue's just poking out? It might be time to go. But then when I'm sitting with her and a casual injury led to a cast and her entire hand being bruised, black and blue beyond comprehension, swollen to all fucking hell. Her hand was a baseball mitt. When I see my grandma's hand as a baseball mitt, and I'm already thinking to myself, she's on her way out. When I see that, I'm like, dude, she is in the grave. Right? I love my grandma. I hope she lives for a long time, but come on. Come on, dude. Come on, man. What are we talking about, dude? She was sitting there just making sounds. She was sitting there and you couldn't tell if she was asleep or awake. And my mom put a movie on for her and the movie was not on. The TV was off and she was just staring at a blank screen for an hour, making weird noises. And then my mom finally was like, oh, you're right there? Oh, I thought you were watching the movie. And she's like, no, I was. I will say one thing about my grandma, though. She's always wearing fire sweaters, dude. She's always wearing the fucking dopest of sweaters. I never use the word fire because I think it's cringy as fuck and I think it's sad when people say it. But when it comes to my grandmother and her wolf sweaters, it's fire as fuck. She gets fire ass. Only old ladies wear these sweaters. Only old ladies or fucking women who've done drugs so aggressively that they look 50 even though they're 32. Do you know what I'm saying? Those are the only types of women. Women who've smoked so many cigarettes that you're sure they're 73 and yet they're 41. Those women and my grandma who's 70 years, or not 70, who's 91 years old, they wear wolf sweaters. Because that's what you have to do when you're old. Isn't it fascinating the old shit people wear when you get older? Do you know what I'm saying is, isn't it fascinating how people adopt old clothing? Like old clothing is old clothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that stupid fucking Newsy golf hat. That like papers for sale hat. The Little Rascals. You know what I'm talking about? The golf hat that fucking Mario wears, that hat, like, I feel like is shit on and made fun of by all younger people. But then there's a certain point where you're just old enough where you're like, I think that'll look good on my head. What? Like my dad, I'm sure my dad never wore that. And then I think he owns a hat like that. And he doesn't wear it, but I could tell when he puts it on, he thinks he looks good. And I'm like, are you trying to look 93? And then I think to myself, is there just going to be an age where I'm like, you know what? Is that just what happens when you have a kid? A kid comes out of your wife or the person, whoever is having your kid. The kid comes out and you see it in the flesh and you go, I got to fucking dress old, man. I got to bum this kid out. I can't be fucking dressing hip because that'll bum him out in a worse way. Actually, that's what it is. You go, I got to start dressing old. I can't bum this kid out because if this kid sees me wearing shit that is too young for my age, he'll be the barometer. There's no more fooling yourself. When you're single and alone, you can dress as young as you want because people don't love you enough to tell you you look like shit. They don't love you enough and they aren't around you or your wardrobe enough for them to fucking make a big stink. But if you have a kid, he is just not even knowingly going to be like, Dad, you look stupid. Dad, you look like my friend. That's also wild. I was thinking about that, like how my brother was talking about scene kids. And then we were somehow talking about how like scene kids are on TikTok. And I was saying how refreshing it is to see like emo punk pop kids existing now. Like people wearing fucking wallet chains and wearing like goth shit. Like people... And I guess there are modern bands that do Are there modern bands that do punk pop? I don't know. There's like kids now who like are in middle school and they love Blink 182. And I was in middle school and loved Blink 182, but that was like new shit. So I like the fact that these kids, like there was always that kid in high school or middle school who loved classic rock, like he loved Led Zeppelin, and we all were like, "Hey man, shut the fuck up." Hey man, we don't like I guess. We can appreciate that, but shut the fuck up, dude. And now I like that like the scene kids seem to be the classic rock kids of my generation. Like I'm sure kids now are listening to fucking JID. I don't know who's a popular. All I can think is like rap that people listen to currently, and maybe I'm listening to the fucking old shit. People are listening to Baby Keem and they're like, "Hey man, shut the fuck up. Good Charlotte's for old fucks. Good Charlotte's for 30-year-old millennials, dude. Shut the fuck up." I like that. But it also had me thinking, because these kids are wearing like they're wearing, sweatshirts with thumb holes in them, and they're wearing I don't know, like Slipknot shirts, and they got mascara on and eyeliner, and their hair is a certain way, and they're dressed in a way where like parents probably, at least of my time, wouldn't want you to be dressed like that. And then I was thinking to myself, because there was a moment where I started dressing in more skate stuff and getting skate shoes and like growing my hair out. At one point I had my hair down to fucking here, and I had this like picnic table shirt. It was for a skate company, Chocolate, and it was a picnic table shirt. And I remember wearing that to school, and I got made fun of so hard that I think it to this day it's why I dress plainly. I own an orange shirt that I kind of like, but I never wear in public, and I'm sure it's because I wore a picnic table shirt one time. I wore a shirt that was checkered, and someone says, and someone said to me, "What are you, a fucking picnic table?" And then I never wore anything outgoing or flamboyant ever again. That's how it goes, man. Something happens to you real young, and you're just like, fuck, I can't do this now. For the rest of my life, I have a handicap because of this one moment. I also had fucking pimples all over. Like, I would get I still get pimples here. I'm going to have some right now. But I would get like big pimples here. And this kid, I remember the same day he fucking made fun of my picnic table shirt, he also was like, "Yo, what's that, razor burn? What's that really bad razor burn?" And I was like, "No, it's acne." And he was like, "Oh, ew." And I was like, "All right, I guess I'm going to be fucking concerned about acne for the rest of my life now." I guess I'm going to be worried about any color besides black, blue, and gray, and also I'm going to be concerned about any pimple I get on my face for the rest of my life. I guess now when I'm fucking 28 and this thing happens right over here, I don't know if I'm pointing to the right area, but you see it. When that happens, I'm going to be like, "Damn, dude, everyone knows and thinks I'm gross." Because of one kid who is insecure about his own shit. Do you know what I'm saying? You always look back at that stuff and you're like, well, yeah, that's because that kid fucking looked terrible. I remember what that kid looked like. And I remember people, I made fun of him later for making fun of me. Fuck you, dude. I was a very self-defense, make fun of her. It's not a word. But I was a very self-defense, and I would go too hard. It would be like somebody made fun of me, and then I would be like, well, since you made fun of me, now I'm going to be really mean to you. I don't know. I can't remember what I said to that kid. I remember his name, but I can't remember what I said to him. I can't remember. I think later I said shit to him. I don't know. I would just say mean shit to people. Regrettable shit. Mean, regrettable shit. Things that if you don't even want to mention that you said it. But such as being a child, such as being in high school and middle school in an area where everyone says fucked up things. You just grow up with a lot of regrettable things that you said in your brain, and you're like, damn, dude, I'd like to apologize. That's an interesting thing, too, is because people now, I've had encounters with people where I meet them and I'm like, yeah, I said a lot of fucked up shit to you when we were growing up. I'm sorry about that. And they're like, oh, I don't care. Or they have less of a memory of it than I do. And that always blows my mind. I told you guys about this person whose lunch money I stole, and now I'm friends with her, good friends with her, and I told her one time, she's like, I don't even remember that happening. I don't know, it's interesting. But then there's the things that you said or did, and then you didn't even realize they stuck with a person, and they're holding on to that shit. I'm sure that's something with me. I'm sure somebody is holding on to something with me. And I'm sure whatever they're holding on to, I feel terrible about it. I'm willing to guarantee there's not a single thing that people I'm willing to guarantee that if someone is holding on to something that I did to them, like something I said to make fun of them or whatever the fuck, I'm willing to 100% bet if they are still holding on to it, it'd be something I felt bad for. I don't think there'd be a single thing that someone would be like, do you remember doing this? And I would be like, yeah, I remember that. Fuck you. No, I'd be like, yeah, I remember that. I'm sorry. Which is a good thing, I think. You don't want to look back and stuff and be like, nah, dude, I did everything fucking right. I know some people like that, and they're uncomfortable to be around. But yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck I was going to talk about. Today is very much the day after Thanksgiving. I had a bowl of stuffing, and it was delicious, and I'm going to eat like 9 more meals of stuffing over the course of this weekend. But I was looking in the mirror at my fucking body. And it was looking mushy and shitty. And I was going to weigh myself, but I decided not to because I don't really feel like dealing with that right now. I don't really feel like seeing a number I'm not okay with again, And I was looking at myself, and my body's like a little mushy. I'm not like gross or like fat, but I'm not like, I'm not in like good shape. If you look at my body, you don't think like this guy's killing it. You look at my body and you're like, okay, this guy is fine, and he likes to eat a little bit. Like, this guy enjoys a meal. And then I thought to myself, isn't that the ideal body? Because I don't like when I would date somebody, and I'm sure I'd be attracted to and have been attracted to people who are in great shape. But I do like when I'm with somebody and there's enough meat on them where I'm like, you'll eat pasta with me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get ice cream in the summer. That's cool. I want to get ice cream in the summer. Some people you date and they're like, they have a 6-pack and you're like, I gotta live the same miserable life as you? Fuck, damn, dude. I'm going to be eating ice cream and you're going to be eating a Cliff Bar? I don't want to live that life at all. We're not going to split a popcorn. You're going to fucking eat nothing. You're going to drink a water and watch a movie while I eat popcorn with a little extra butter and a big fucking fountain soda. I want to be on the same mushy page as the person I'm dating. And then also part of this, I was thinking to myself, well, is this also just an excuse not to get in better shape? Absolutely it is. But also, fuck that. Is this just a way of me being like, well, it's actually good that I look this way? 100%. Is it full justification for something I'd rather not be? Yes. But also, it's a good point. That I do like to see somebody who I'm like, she'll eat food with me. And I'll eat, and then she sees my body and goes, he'll eat food with me, I don't know. I feel like if you see a super jacked person, you're going to be like, that person is angry in ways I don't want to find out about. That person is ripped to shit for psychological reasons that I don't want to be a part of. Right? I feel like if you're a woman dating a super ripped guy, it's countdown until he fucking hits you or the wall next to you. It's got it, right? That can't. Wouldn't it be terrifying to date someone ripped as shit? I don't know. Not everybody who is ripped and in good shape has psychological issues. Some people just, it makes them feel good, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to judge an entire group of people, but at the same time, many people who I've seen who get ripped and then take steroids, there's something bad in their brain. There's some toxic things happening that they need to talk to a person about. You know? And I'm concerned for them. I'm not shitting on them. I'm concerned. Eat a fucking piece of pizza, you know? Imagine that. Someone who's like, I stopped eating pizza. And you're like, why? Did the doctor tell you not to? They're like, no, it doesn't fucking, I won't get the gains I want if I'm eating pizza. Fuck that, dude. The only way you should work out is the way, even that seems insane. But The Rock works out so much that he eats everything because he needs to eat everything to fucking work it off and get ripped and jacked. To stay jacked, he needs to eat 9. But that also seems terrible too. Like he shows those videos of like, this is my cheat day, and he's eating like fucking 3 cakes and 47 jumbo chocolate chip cookies. That seems disgusting, dude. I don't want to eat that. You shouldn't be eating that much as a fucking human. You know? I don't know. I hope his kids live happy, mushy lives. You know what I'm saying? I hope his kids, or if they want to be jacked, they can be jacked. But I hope they live a much chiller life than their dad. But I guess that's part of it, right? He's living a fucking insane hell of an existence. I'm sure he likes it. I'm sure he loves the success and all that. But he is working his fucking heart and soul out so his kids can just fucking chill, right? Like, I know you want your kids to have a purpose in life and you want them to have drive and make a life for themselves and have a career and feel like they're doing something worthwhile. But at the same time, when you get that successful at something like The Rock, you must be I feel like it's only healthy to think to yourself like, well, my kids will be fine no matter what, dude. I don't like people who make a fortune and they're like, my kids are fine no matter what. And then when their kid is just chilling with their fortune, they're like, well, why are you doing this? It's like, what do you mean, dude? You did this. You did this, bro. You fucking set them up to never, ever worry about anything ever. And then you see them never worrying, and you're like, fuck these kids. They should worry. I don't know. I think that if you're going to make an empire like that, you need to be okay with the fact that your kids might not contribute much to the world, but they'll at least have an enjoyable time with your wealth. Right? They're at least going to enjoy their lives, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I think. Anyway, that's the end of the first part. I'll see you guys in the next part. What's up? I'm back. Thanksgiving's nice, man. I like Thanksgiving. It was a nice time. The only irritating thing was I don't know about you guys. I don't know if any of you, I mean, maybe you do. If you have to travel on Thanksgiving, that's always a weird thing. Taking the train on Thanksgiving, for whatever reason, this year in particular, it was more packed than it usually is. I don't know why. But I guess the last Thanksgiving I was here already, so I didn't really need to travel on the train. So maybe I just forget what it was like traveling on the train during Thanksgiving. Even though, the year before that, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. I'm saying a bunch of useless information right now. But riding the train home for Thanksgiving is a weird energy of people, because it's a lot of people, it's a lot of old, it's everybody from different families who hate that version of that family member together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's the progressive kids who right next to racist old people who in their own families they wouldn't want to talk to, but they're sharing the train with those people who they don't want to be around. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's these makeshift families that really, when you bring everyone together, they make up the same composition of what's going to be in everyone's homes, but instead of sitting at a dinner table, you're crammed into a train car. And so you'll get instances like what happened to me, where you'll get old people, and sometimes whatever, dude. There's different compositions of every family. It's not always like old racist people and young progressives. Sometimes there's like sometimes there's progressive racist people and fucking conservative people who are just like, hey, I just want to keep my money. Sometimes I meet progressive people who say weirder things than conservatives, dude. It's hit or miss with everybody. I mean, I'll meet some conservatives who say some crazy shit, but I'll also meet some progressives who are like, hey, what's going on, dude? Anyway, what the fuck am I talking about? All I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is, when I got in the train, there was this old fucking man. And I don't know what his deal was, dude. I don't know how he feels about other kinds of people. I don't know how he feels about his grandkids. I don't know who he voted for. I don't know anything about him. All I know is that I got on the train and I was standing next to him for maybe 10 seconds. And I had my headphones in. And he comes up to me and he goes, excuse me, can you, please? That's what I saw. Excuse me, can you please? And I deciphered through what he was saying, like I filled in the gaps of the words I didn't hear, and he said, "Can you lift up your mask all the way, please?" Because it was here. The mask was here. Now, sometimes I have my glasses on, right? Sometimes I wear the mask with glasses, and when I wear my mask with glasses, they fog the fuck up. If my nose is covered, they will fog the fuck up. And I know people say, well, you just tuck the glasses over the mask and you're fine. That doesn't work. I've tried that 1,000 times. Maybe I'm learning that I just got a giant fucking nose. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is why it doesn't work that way, but it stopped saying it to me. I've tried that strategy. It doesn't work. My glasses still get fogged. So my strategy has become, you can wear it down below your nose. You know why I can also wear it down below my nose? I've already had COVID. I have the antibodies, and I'm vaxxed. So I feel like it's pretty much certain that I'm not going to give you shit, okay? And it's only off my face for 0.3 seconds, It's only off my goddamn face for 0.2 to 3 seconds. All right? A lot of what I do is I take the glasses off and then put it up the rest of the way. But this guy caught me in a moment where my nose was exposed for a little bit. Also, we're on the Metro North, where sometimes motherfuckers don't even wear the goddamn mask, okay? As I walked past this old dude and two where my brother was sitting to sit with him, I saw a ton of people masked below their nose. But I guess because I was right next to this guy, he was like, you got to pull that shit up. So I pulled it up, and then I just stared at him. And he goes, oh, thank you. And I glared at him with the fucking most intense, hateful eyes. I didn't even mean to. I just realized what he said, instinctively pulled it up, and then realized what he said. Like, I realized what he said to fix it, and then I realized what he said to be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And then I glared at him so intensely that he then glared back at me with these eyes of like, how dare you fucking get mad right now? But I just turned away, and then I waited for the aisles to clear up so I could walk down to my brother. And I was thinking to myself, oh shit, that guy's prepared for Thanksgiving. That guy is going into Thanksgiving ready to fucking fight. If anything, I just helped out some younger kids. I just helped out that guy's family a little bit because he got some of that out on me. I think what that guy was trying to do was get into a fight with somebody so he didn't bring it into Thanksgiving. But unfortunately, I did not have the fight he wanted, and now he's just going to fucking brutalize his kids. His kids and his grandkids are going to hate him because I wouldn't take on the burden of fighting this old man. I apologize. I should have fought him, dude. I should have fought him, and you would have had a better time. Because then the story would have been about me. I wonder if he was. That's also what it felt like. It felt like he was trying to create some sort of a thing so he would have something to say while he was eating turkey. Which, I don't think I gave him enough of an event to talk about. Maybe he did. Maybe he's an old man. Maybe that was enough. Maybe he doesn't get out a lot. And just the fact that I looked at him angrily made enough of a story for him to tell. This kid on the train didn't have his fucking mask up, so I told him to pull it up, and then he looked at me angry, like I was doing something wrong. It's also one of those things where I was like, we're deep in now, dude. I don't know. It was one of those things where I was like, I get it. I get that you're asking me to pull this up, but at the same time, what the fuck? Are you not boosted? Right? If you're not, that's on you, old man. You fucking should have the vaccine and you should be boosted because you're definitely age eligible for it. So if you are on the train concerned about my fucking nose, you're not making yourself safe enough. That's how I felt. Okay? I should just look and be like, are you boosted, bro? And if he's like, no, I'd be like, are you vaxxed? And he's like, no. And I'd be like, all right, that's on you, dude. And if he was like, I'm boosted, I'd be like, cool, dude. What are you worried about? Also, I don't know. I just didn't like his vibe, dude. I didn't like his vibe. I didn't like his coat. I didn't like him. I didn't like his glasses. Hated him. Did he have glasses on? I don't remember. Maybe he did have glasses on. I don't know. But, yeah, and then I sat with my brother, and this woman was sitting across from us who looked like, I couldn't tell if she was, like, annoyed that we were sitting with her or what, but it was a packed train, dude. What are we going to do? Also, my brother likes to pick a four-seater, so it is what it is, dude. And I don't know if she ended up sitting down with him or if I'm willing to assume, I know my brother, and I'm willing to assume he sat in that four-seater, and then she was like, well, I'm going to sit there too. And I think that she was thinking, no one else is going to sit with us. It's just going to be this. And then I came over and sat right across from her. And I don't know if you've ever been on the Metro North, but the seats aren't as such. The seats do not provide enough space where if you're sitting across from one another, your knees are not touching. And then also my single brain was like, is this girl cute? My single brain was like, I wonder if this girl's cute. I went and saw House of Gucci the other day at Alamo Draft House, and I was with a friend, and this guy came over, and he said, he looked at me and this woman sitting to the left of me at a separate table, because at Alamo Draft House, it's a dine-in theater, so it's two people at a table. And I specifically ordered tickets so me and my friend would sit at the same table because that's why do it any other way? And this guy, the waiter comes up and he looks at me because my friend is in the bathroom at the time. So it's just me, a seat with a jacket in it, and then a woman sitting next to me, and I guess she was alone. And the waiter comes up and I show him my ticket. And he goes, oh, okay, well, you guys, that's fine that you guys are sitting like this right now, but, like, eventually this is going to be a packed movie, so you should, like, you guys should probably get in the right seats. And I was like, what? And he's like, you guys, you guys are a seat off. This is 13 and 14. And I go, yeah, no, she's in the bathroom. And he goes, oh, you guys aren't together? And then the girl next to me was like, no, we're not. And I was like, yeah, no. And then he goes, oh, my bad. And then he goes to her and asks her about the ticket. But I, in my peripheral, saw this woman, and also this is like a moment where I was like, ooh, this could be a moment that leads to us making fun of the waiter and having a conversation. And also I caught a glimpse of her in my peripheral, and my single brain went, yo, is she cute? Wait a second. I can't get a full look at this. Is she cute? And then the whole movie, then during the movie, it was a very weird soap opera like funny movie. And there was this one Long Island woman. I don't know if she was from Long Island, but if you looked at her, she seemed like she was. And then in the movie, they made a joke. Al Pacino made a joke about like how fake Gucci, because you know they sell fake Gucci. Like there are vendors in New York City who sell fake Gucci bags. He was like, listen, it's fine for the brand. We don't need to like get all these bootleg versions of our clothing. It doesn't matter. If a Long Island housewife wants to believe that she lives a Gucci lifestyle, let her fucking believe it. And this woman laughed so hysterically that you were like, you either live in Long Island or your sister is the woman he's making fun of. Anyway, she kept bursting out laughing like that, and then I would laugh and my friend would laugh and the woman next to us would also laugh. And then I was like, damn, dude, this is also kind of a connection. Which none of this really is, but my single brain thinks it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes your single brain takes over and you gotta like rein it the fuck in. You know what I'm saying? Like people will say that thing where they're like, just because a woman smiles at you doesn't mean she's interested. Right? And I agree with that. But when you are single, your brain will see a woman smile at you and go, I think she might be interested. But your normal brain, your fucking healthy, correct brain needs to go, hey man, you smile at a lot of people who you fucking think suck. So maybe she hates you, dude. Calm down. But yeah, I hate that, dude. I hate it. And in the age of masks, it's the worst thing ever. In the age of masks is even worse because you see somebody and you're like, "Ooh, is that person cute?" Your single brain goes, "Is that person cute? I think that person might be cute." And then their mask comes down at some point and you're like, "They aren't at all. They aren't at all. Why did I even think that? I was nervous for no reason." I had fucking maybe she's cute anxiety for no reason. God damn it. And sometimes you want to see somebody just to, you know what it is? When you see someone in your peripheral or you see someone who might be cute and they're right near you, but you don't know if you find them attractive or not. The thing that makes you nervous is that you don't know. So, because if you see a woman who's beautiful or who you find beautiful, and she's that close to you, you think to yourself, when you're single, your single brain thinks, yo, you got to say something, dude. And then if you don't, you get bummed out because you're like, what a fucking coward I am. What a coward. I said nothing. I sat there and did nothing. But if you're sitting near somebody who you don't find attractive, your single brain just goes, well, this is not for us. She's not a person. This is fine. We could just sit. I don't know. Maybe that's fucking stupid. I have no idea. I think it happens with everybody, dude. It happens with men, happens with women, happens with every fucking human being who likes to have sex with other human beings. You get nervous like that. Is he here? I think he's here. Is that guy looking at me? Same exact energy. Is that guy looking at me? I think he might be. Fuck. Should I say something? Fuck. You know, I've had female friends of mine be like, is that guy, I can't really see that guy. Is he cute? And I'll look over and be like, I don't really think he is. And then they'll see him and go, oh, he's not. Never mind. Because their single brain exhales and like, oh, thank God, dude. Thank God. Never mind. I was worried. I was like, I got to figure out a way for him to come talk to me or me to go talk to him. But now that I know he is actually ugly in my brain, fuck that shit. I'm just going to drink this beer and hang out with my friends. Anyway, this woman, there was laughing. Then there was a moment where she laughed, so I looked over, but I still couldn't see her face, but I saw her hair, and I was like, dude, she's got dope hair. And then when the movie ended, right when credits rolled, I stood up and faced my friend with my jacket to be like, make a joke like, yeah, let's go. This movie stunk. But really, I was just getting up to see what this person looked like. And I saw her and was like, oh, yeah, she's cute, but whatever. That's what I did. I went, oh, yeah, she is cute, but I don't know. I don't know. I was, that whole movie was weird for me for no reason. I wish I didn't have that, man. A plane is the worst. A plane is terrible. I do not want to sit next to someone who I find attractive on a plane. Absolutely not. I don't want to sit next to a stranger who I find cute. Absolutely not, dude. Because the whole time I'm going to be thinking, like, what should I say something? And I never do, dude. I keep to myself. I'm not going to bother a stranger. Although I probably should. There's nothing wrong with some healthy conversation. I don't know. A plane in general is hard to tell. Even if it's just a person next to you, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to have a conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the thing too, is that somebody's next to you and you're like, ooh, maybe, but you yourself are like, I don't know if I want to talk to this person for fucking this 3 hours of this flight. What if we start talking and it sucks and then it's just silent and then that's it for 2 hours? It's a big risk to start talking to somebody on a plane. And also you open that door and then you're opening the door to that person of like, you can talk to me now. And maybe the conversation lasts fucking 30 minutes and then you're done with it and then 20 minutes go by and she checks back in and is like, well, I want to keep doing this because I'm bored. You're like, fuck, dude, I brought a movie. Anyway, single brain. Single brain is a real thing, dude. And single brains hate turtlenecks. I was talking about Charlie horses during Thanksgiving. And, because on here I talked about pulling a leg in my muscle, I was about to say. Dude, I am fucking so smart. Pulling a leg in my muscle, I have a great command of the English language. Hell fucking yeah, dude. I deserve this pod, bro. Pulled a leg in my muscle, bro. I talked about pulling a muscle in my leg twice on this podcast. And both times I talked about it as if I was like old as fuck and that's why it happened. And then the other night, or during Thanksgiving last night, I talked to everyone at the table about it, and they're like, oh no, that's called a Charlie horse. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, that's what happens when you're dehydrated. And I was like, oh, okay. It's not because I'm old as fuck, it's because I drank too much. And my brother was like, did you drink the night before? I was like, yeah, both times. He goes, yeah, it's happened to me. It's not. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not, my body's not failing me in an untraditional way. And then my dad goes, you might have gout. You might end up with gout. You might end up with gout if you're getting Charlie horses. And I was like, first of all, that's not what this is. Second of all, why would you say that to your son? You know, you might get gout. You might get this awful fucking burden that I have. You might get it. And my dad says it in a way where he's kind of hoping I get it as well. So he's correct about it. It's awful. The moment he starts saying you might get something, he wants you to get it so that later he can be like, told you you'd have gout. I knew that was gout. I called that from a mile away. And then you're like, yeah, Dad, but you're calling that still means the pain that your son will have to feel for years. And he's like, what? Still got it, though. Still corrected it. Still was correct. I knew you had gout before you knew you'd fucking have it. I'm so glad you have gout so I could be correct. I know you're in pain, son, but I was right, and that's what's important. All right, Dad. Come on, man. Anyway, then I was like, no, they both happened because I was dehydrated from drinking the night before. And then my dad's like, all right, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm like, yeah, dude, we'll see. And hopefully I don't have it. Don't be on the side of me getting it. Be on the side of your son living a fucking unpainful life. Also, last night I found out, I talked about last week about Italian Heritage Month, or Italian Heritage Day, and I realized I thought that it was all across the country. it was changed from Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day / Italian Heritage Day, and that's not the case. Across the country, it was changed to Indigenous Peoples Day, but in New York City only, the Guineas got upset. And I think because at one of the schools, they were like, you got to do Indigenous Peoples Day. And I guess it was a fucking Italian-ass school. And they were like, absolutely not. What about the Italians at this establishment? And they were like, okay, fine. For New York City, we'll also make it Italian Heritage Day. So Italian Heritage Day is a New York City exclusive holiday. And that's why I live in New York City, dude, because they respect Italians. One of the last frontiers for Italian respect. New York fucking City, baby. Brooklyn, New York. The Bay Ridge Boys came out for this one. Oh, fuck, that's funny. I wonder if that was before Cuomo got outed or after. Probably before, right? Definitely that was a Cuomo thing, right? Had to have been. How dare you? Right? Cuomo and his brother Chrissy Cuomo. Fucking Fredo. Fredo would get pissed, dude. Yo, Fredo, what do you think of Indigenous Peoples Day? Don't call me that, and that's like fucking saying the N-word to me, and also saying Indigenous Peoples Day instead of Italian Heritage Day is like making an N-word day. Hey, Chris Cuomo, what the fuck are you talking about? How is that? What are you talking about, dude? A what day? A what word day? I don't think that makes sense, dude. Yeah, but don't call me Fredo, though. All right, dude. And you think Fredo's like what word? It's kind of like the N-word. No, it isn't. No, it is not, dude. It's not. Shut the fuck up, dude. Oh, man. I've talked about that a bunch already. I really do want to see someone call Chris Cuomo a guinea. I would love to see it. I would love to see someone go on CNN and just be like, shut up, you fucking guinea. What would happen? We should push Italian fucking racism to the limit. We really should. We should test the limits of this. At what point will you get in trouble? I want to know. At what point will someone try and cancel you and it'll stick? SNL made the Wario thing, right? The Wario, the Elon Musk did the Wario sketches, but nothing happened. Like some Italian group was pissed off for 3 seconds, but no, there were no ramifications at all. Nothing happened at SNL. I want to see how far we can push it. I want to see someone go on CNN and say, hey, Chrissy, stop being such a greasy guinea, dude. What would he do? I want to see Don Lemon call him a wop. That's what I want to see. I want to see them talk about the song WAP live on air, and then Chris Cuomo goes, yeah, that's actually an Italian slur. I don't know if we should be saying that on the airwaves. And then Don Lemon goes, shut up, you guinea wop. Shut your wop mouth, you guinea fuck. I want to see Donnie Lemon hit him with that, and I want to see what he says. I mean, he'll probably say the N-word. If Don Lemon said that to Chris Cuomo, Chris Cuomo would definitely hit him with a fucking racial slur. He would definitely hit him with the N-word. And then to get out of it, he'd be like, what? That's basically what you called me. And the whole world would go, no, it isn't. The whole world will go, absolutely not. That's not the same at all. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, fuck. I wonder if that would happen. I really do. It might happen. Chrissy Cuomo, I don't know. I don't want to assume what Chrissy Cuomo would do, but I would assume that if it wasn't a white guy calling him Fredo, if it was somebody of a different race calling him Fredo, I wouldn't be surprised if the worst parts of his Italian nature came out and he said something very regrettable. I wouldn't be surprised, okay? I grew up in an Italian family. I've watched The Sopranos. I wouldn't be surprised if he were to say something that we all were not okay with. Anyway, I want to see someone call Chris Cuomo a guinea on air. I just want to see it. I want to see it. Maybe I can be that guy one day. It'd be safe if I did it because I'm Italian. So what's he going to do? He's going to be like, hey, I would rather you not say that. You're making our people look bad. Maybe he'll get like that where he's like fucking, he'll call me a bad Italian or something like that. Sometimes I wonder if people think that about me. Like you're a bad Italian because I'll say things like that or like I'll make fun of things. I don't know. It's weird. Like in the same way that people look at Sopranos and they go, this is a bad representation of Italians. I wonder if like when people know I'm Italian and they hear me say something about Italian people, are they like, you're a bad, why aren't you fucking bolstering our people up? It's like, because that's not fun, dude. That's not fun. What do you mean? I'm not going to point out all the good things about Italian people. It's not fun, dude. The bad things are fun to point out. The bad things are fun to point out about who you are, you know? If you just point out all the good shit, you suck. You're boring. You ever been around somebody who just says all the good things about them? You're like, oh, you're wearing a turtleneck right now. Fuck off. You're wearing a turtleneck right now. That's why you're saying all the positive things about yourself. But I can see one super negative thing, and it's wrapped around your neck that definitely is not cold enough to be warmed like that. You don't need a turtleneck. Your neck is never the part of your body that's being neglected in the cold. It's your fucking ears, dude. Wear a beanie or earmuffs because that part of your body, I guarantee you, is colder than it needs to be right now. I've never once been in the cold and thought, damn, dude, I wish I had something around my neck so I could be a pretentious fuckface. Anyway, the timer just went off. That's it for this podcast this week. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you did it with friends or did it with family. I hope you felt good. I hope you're having a good weekend. If you're off from work, fuck yeah. I mean, I'm sure you are. Yeah, hope you enjoy the weekend. Hope everything's great. Or hope you enjoyed the weekend because this is coming out on Monday. So I hope your holiday was good. Hope you enjoyed the weekend. And I hope you're doing good. And I hope you're happy and you're the best. Thank you for listening. If you listen to this whole fucking thing, if you're listening right now at the end of this, I don't even understand why you would do that, but it's awesome that you would. You're cool as fuck. And you're the best. All right, that's it for this week. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit.